Okay, this is the continuation of topic 9, which is going over the applications of linear equations. So number 10 says Attorney A charges a fixed fee of $250 for an initial meeting and $150 per hour for all hours worked after that. So this right here gives us information for our first equation. Then it says write an equation in slope-intercept form. Okay, so it's telling us that in slope-intercept form that y equals mx plus b. They want the equations for attorney A and attorney B to be written in that format. So right now we already know for attorney A that we have the equation y is equal to, so it says 150 per hour, so that's going to be 150x plus the fixed fee of 250, so plus 250. Now let's continue reading the problem. It says attorney B charges $150 for the initial meeting and $175 per hour. Okay, so we're going to take attorney B and write that equation. So y is equal to 175x, because that's 175 per hour, plus the initial charge of 150. Okay. So here it's asking us, find the charge for 26 hours of work for each attorney. So for this problem, it wants us to first plug in 26 for x in each one. Okay, so I have y is equal to 150 times 26 plus 250. And then y is equal to 175 times 26 plus 150. So 26 hours for attorney A, once we plug in all those numbers in our calculator, we get 4,150. For attorney B, we get 4,700. Okay. Then it's saying, what is the better deal? Okay, what is the better deal? Let's ignore this last question. I just want you to tell me, what is the better deal? So based off the two attorneys saying we're only going to do 26 hours of work for each, then the better deal would be attorney A. Okay, because that one only costs 4,150 compared to that 4,700. So we would say attorney A is the better deal. And again, ignore that last question. That was not supposed to be there. I just want to know what was the better deal. Okay, number 11 says you have a small business making dessert baskets. You estimate your fixed weekly cost for rent and electricity to be $200. The ingredients for one dessert basket cost $2.50. If you make 40 baskets this past week, what are your total weekly costs? Your total cost for the week before was $562.50. How many dessert baskets did you make the week before? So here we have a lot of questions that we're answering. But first, we have to create our equation. So let's write out that y equals mx plus b, that slope-intercept format. And we are going to let y represent our weekly cost. Okay. And we're going to let x represent the number of baskets. Okay. So for the first part, setting up our equation, we have y is equal to 250x, right? Because it costs $2.50 to make one basket. And then it says the initial cost, the fixed weekly cost, is going to be 200, so plus 200. So here's our equation. Y is equal to 2.50x plus 200, okay? Then it's asking us, if you made 40 baskets, what are your total weekly costs? So we're going to be plugging in 40 in for x. So y is equal to 2.50 times 40 plus 200. Okay. So then that gives us y is equal to 100 plus 200, which gives us 300. Okay. So if we were to write that in a sentence, we would say the weekly cost for 40 baskets is $300. Continuing the problem, it says your total cost for the week before was that $562.50. How many baskets did you make the week before? So instead of giving us our x value, they are now giving us our y value. So we have 562.50 is equal to 2.50x plus 200. So we need to get x by itself to see how many baskets were sold the week prior. So I'm going to subtract 200, and I get 362.50 is equal to 2.50x. Divide both sides by that 2.50, and we get x is equal to 145. But remember, we need that sentence, so we would say last week she sold 145 baskets. Number 12 says a pizza restaurant offers the following deals. So deal 1 says $8.99 for, that's supposed to say one large pizza, and $5 for each additional large pizza on the same order. Or deal 2, $6 per large pizza. So it says, at what number of pizzas does deal 1 become a better deal? So first we have to write our equations for deal 1 and deal 2. Okay, so for deal number 1, we have y is equal to, so we have a pizza that's $5 each. So 5x plus one additional pizza for $8.99. So that means before we can even get the price of $5 per pizza, we have to buy one pizza at $8.99. Then deal 2 says $6 per large pizza. So y is equal to 6x. Okay, so there's no additional thing we need to do for deal 2. It's just that each large pizza is going to cost $6. Okay. So from here, it's saying at what number of pizzas does deal number 1 become a better deal? Okay, so first thing we would have to do here is we would have to set these two equations equal to each other. So we have 5x plus $8.99 is equal to 6x. I'm going to subtract 5x over, and I get $8.99 is equal to 1x. Okay. So this is saying that deal number 1 is the better deal if you're buying more than one pizza. Is better if you are buying more than one pizza. Okay. Then it says, what is the cost of 10 pizzas for each deal? So I'm going to plug in 10 for each of these problems. So I have y is equal to 5 times 10 plus $8.99, and y is equal to 6 times 10. Well, in the first deal, that comes out to $58.99, and for the second deal, that comes out to $60. So if you were to buy 10 pizzas, again, The better deal is going to be deal number 1 because you save almost $2 here. Okay, so deal number 1 is the better deal. Okay. Now let's look at number 13. Number 13 says a car rental company charges a flat fee of $50 plus 25 cents per mile to rent a car. Write an equation in slope-intercept form for the cost of renting a car from this company. Okay, so we know that our equation is going to be in that y equals mx plus b form. So for this equation, we have y is equal to, we have a flat fee of $50. Anytime we see that flat fee, that's our b value. And then 25 cents per mile, that's going to tell us 25 cents x. Okay, so we have y is equal to 0.25x plus 50. That's our equation. Okay, then it says how much would it cost to rent a car for 100 miles? So in this case, our miles is our x and our y value is the cost. So if it wants us to find how much it would cost for 100 miles, we're going to be plugging in that 100 in for x. So y is equal to 0.25 times 100 plus 50. That gives us y is equal to 25 plus 50, which gives us y is equal to 75. So for 100 miles, the cost is $75. Then the last question says, how many miles could you drive for $100? So now we're plugging in that 100 for y. So 100 is equal to 0.25x plus 50. We're going to subtract 50 from both sides. And we get 50 is equal to 0.25x. Divide by 0.25. And we get x is equal to 200. So that tells us that 200 miles will cost $100. And then last one for topic 9. Number 14 says a cell phone company charges a flat fee of $30 plus 10 cents per minute of talk time. Write an equation in slope-intercept form for the cost of using this cell phone plan. So again, it wants us to write y equals mx plus b, where y will be our cost and x will be our minutes. So we have y is equal to 0.10x because that's how much it costs per minute, plus 30 because that's our flat fee. So now we have our equation. It says how much would it cost to talk for 100 minutes? So we're going to plug in that 100 in for x. So y is equal to 0.10 times 100 plus 30. That gives us y is equal to 10 plus 30, which gives us y is equal to 40. So that tells us that $40 gives us 100 minutes. Okay. Last part says how many minutes of talk time are included in $50 monthly plan. So here we know the cost, but we need to find the minutes. So we're going to be plugging in 50 in for y. So we have 50 is equal to 0.10x plus 30. I'm going to subtract 30 from both sides, and I get 20 is equal to 0.10x. Divide both sides by that 0.10, and I get x is equal to 200. So this tells us that 200 minutes is going to cost us $50. So 200 minutes will cost $50.